Hey, Matthias.
Hey, Sebastian.
You look sad.
I am a little sad.
Why?
Well, because today is a special episode that we're recording. And welcome back to another episode of Reviewing Your Underwater Films, a special episode because
we're going on a summer break.
Exactly. This is the last episode before our summer break of 2024. Sebastian and myself are going to be going on vacation individually. It happens sometimes as well. So we won't be able to record these episodes here in the studio for the next couple of weeks. That's why we're doing a little break here. But we will be back as strong as ever in a couple of weeks' time. And if you do have any videos, films that you would like us to review here on the channel, even in the meantime, feel free to send us those submissions to contact@matthiaslebo.com, and we'll be more than happy to watch, review and publish them after our summer break here on the channel. But it's not time for the summer break yet. We still have one video to go.
We do.
And before we go into that video, let's take a moment to thank our sponsor, Divefork, exactly. Divefork is sponsoring this video as well as the entire episode. And if you guys have been watching these videos, you know that we are big fans of the Divefork system. It is, not just in our opinion, the best underwater smartphone housing that there is on the market nowadays. And Divefork just released their new version, the platinum version of their very successful Divefork C-Touch 4 Max underwater smartphone housing. There is a couple of key differences between the platinum version and the standard version. I'm not going to go into any details here. If you're interested, I'll link my recently published review of the platinum version down in the video description below, so you can go and check that out if you're interested. And if you're lucky, you might still get in the joy of getting a introduction offer when deciding to get the platinum version, but you got to be quick. This is going to be only a limited time offer from Divefork. All the details are down in that video, that review video that I mentioned, that will be linked down in the video description below. And now, share with us the person that has sent us a video today and what video we're watching.
Wow. It's not the first submission from that person.
Oh, a repeater.
Yes, and you can guess. And this person is known for her, let's say, one-of-a-kind shots.
Oh, it must be Jennifer.
It's Jennifer Liu. Jennifer, thank you again for your submission. Jen is filming with a Sony A1. Yeah, and I'm curious to see what she did this time.
Me too. Shall we watch it?
Of course.
Let's see in what interesting position and situation she got herself into this time. Nice. Hunt or be hunted. What a fitting name for this piece, don't you think?
I agree. Again, some unique perspectives.
Right?
Some cool shots.
Yeah.
Some really cool shots.
Agreed.
I think we saw the last shot already in one of her previous videos.
I think so too. Yeah.
Or maybe you just got lucky a second time. I'm not sure if it's like the same. But I remember something similar. Anyways, it's cool. It's leading from the beginning to the attack. It's leading to something.
Mm-hmm. So there's a story.
I wouldn't call it a story. But it's like
storyline.
Yeah, we got something going on. Yeah.
So it's something that, like, the sequencing makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Right?
It does, yeah.
So the sequencing does make sense in the way that we are being introduced to the stingray, that we're seeing the stingray cruising around the reef, that we see the little checks cruising around. Then there's a couple of shots that are kind of, you can kind of see that the grouper that we
the grouper shot, the close-up shot of the eye of the grouper.
And then you can see that same fish at the end again when we see the final scene unwheeling with the stingray coming on top of the lionfish, and then the lionfish. All these fish are being introduced individually, and then they end up in one single frame at the end. So it does make sense in a way.
Well, let's start at the beginning. I'm missing not an intro. It's not necessary for that kind of piece, but I like easing into it because we're starting with the first frame with the stingray,
the head-on shot of the stingray.
Which is pretty cool. But I don't know. Maybe start with a title at the beginning on a black background, and then fade into that and start with that. I don't know. It's just like if you hit play, you see it around from the beginning, and then I don't know.
I see what you're saying, and I do partially agree. I think it depends on where you want to show this and where you want to place it, because it's only like 1 minute and 36 seconds long. So for a short form content, a short form piece, I think it is fair to start right in the middle of it, and get right into it without losing any time with titles and stuff. Especially if you're planning to publish this, I don't know, Facebook or Instagram or somewhere, you want to catch the attention of people, and you don't do that with a title. You do that with the first good frame. And I think you've achieved that with giving us that first frame, and then a couple of close-ups of the eyes of the stingray. So the first couple of seconds, you sort of capture your audience to stay and keep watching. But I see what you're saying. Yes, if it's a longer piece, I would definitely try to do like little bit more of an introduction to the whole scene. I think you've used quite a bit of slow motion again on this piece, Jen, and I think it worked quite okay in most situations. There was like 1 or 2 situations where I think you pushed it a little too much, and I think the footage turned out a little choppy in 1 or 2 instances. Again, I think because you were pushing it too far. Now, I don't know what editing software you're using. I can't remember, but there has actually been, I don't know how it's in DaVinci. I don't know what the situation is like in Premiere Pro, but I know that in Final Cut Pro 10, which I'm using, they have just released recently a new feature which is called Smooth Slow-Mo. And it kind of uses machine learning to create extra frames so you can slow down your footage even more than what you have available in the filmed frame rate. And it works surprisingly well, because they had a similar feature before, which wasn't optical flow, they called it, which wasn't really working too well. But this this smooth slow-mo function that they've integrated now works actually quite well with the machine learning. So if you're using Final Cut, maybe that's something that you can try out on a next occasion if you want to keep slowing down your footage that dramatically, or just don't slow it down that much.
Agreed. Quick question.
Please.
Do you think there was sound design?
No.
Because at the beginning I wasn't sure. Like when the stingray departed from the sand.
Yeah.
Or it was just the camera sound. I don't know. I just
didn't hear.
Didn't. Okay.
Not consciously. I didn't hear any sound design. No, I don't think so. And like if I remember correctly, she did not do any sound design on her previous submissions either. So I would say no. At least I didn't notice it. If it was very subtle.
Okay. Well, anyways, talking about sound design would be a good idea.
True. It would be.
Especially in that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Because you mentioned the beginning, like we see the stingray, we could use eye. We get very intimate. And talking about like sound and music, as we are going very intimate, I found the music a little bit too, how you put that? I don't know, a little bit too epic, too strong. I mean, at the end, we see the hunting scene, and everything is leading to it, but it's not like that. It's massive action going on leading to it. It's we're not in the sardine run, and a lot of epic action is going on. So more an intimate piece of music would. Like a little bit calmer would help.
I totally agree. And I think it's something that Jen needs to work on is the choice of music. It's been on I think on pretty much all of the submissions that we've received from you, Jen, in the past. I don't know why, but you have a tendency to pick music that is very dramatic, I think in another review we called it like, it's like the gladiator music. It's like that final battle kind of music. And it really only applies to very, very few situations where it makes sense to use such type of music. I think it's just over the top for most parts, for most clips, most underwater films. It's just really way over the top. And I would urge you to try to look for pick some different music and try to get away from that over dramatic kind of music that you've been using on your like on this one and the past couple of submissions that you've given us to review here on the channel.
Yeah, I think you're taking the attention from actually very good footage away with the music. It's like,
it's I personally think it's actually harming your piece more than what it's. Because music should actually be, we're still talking about a video, right? We're still talking about visuals, and those should be like the prime thing for attention, and then the music should be supporting what we see on screen. But here I feel it feels more like the music is the dominant part and the visuals are sublime. They're like below actually the music, and I don't think that should be in that order. So I would, as you said, try to pick a music that is calmer, maybe picks up a little bit towards the end where we see that final showdown of the stingray trying to cover and get onto the lionfish, but up until then it should be something calmer. I don't think that this is the best piece of music that you could have picked.
Agreed.
What else? Have you written down something else? What about colors, color matching, that kind of stuff?
No, it looks all very, very uniform, well lit. I guess he's using video lights. I don't know which kind of lights he's using, but it works. Like we have nice lit shadows. I know she had a few videos back. She had some exposure trouble in the highlights. I haven't seen that on those ones.
No,
it's very well lit
fine.
as well, and it's good with the sand. It's very reflective, but it's very, very well lit. It's good,
Yep. All right. So you don't have anything else?
No, I don't.
Excellent. So let me sum it up for you then, Jen. Thank you again so much for your submission. I'm not sure if this video is already on Jen's YouTube channel. If it is, I will put the link to it in the video description here, and definitely also the link to Jen's YouTube channel, so you can go and check out all the content that she's got on there. What we liked, Jen, is that you were trying to tell a story with this piece. There was definitely a logical sequence in the clips that you put together, and it was quite easy to follow those clips and go through the entire piece. It was nice and compact. I really enjoyed the sort of length of the video that you submitted this time, and as always, well, the quality of your shots is quite outstanding, in particular like the situations that you get yourself in and the angles and positions that you're able to capture the animals in. That's quite spectacular, and that hasn't changed. It's kind of always been your strong suit, getting those very specific special shots. The one thing that I really think, or we really think you should be working on, is your choice of music. This is not the first time that we think that the music is not fitting properly to the visuals that we're seeing. So maybe try to pick some calmer music that is not that is not being over dominant compared to the visuals that we're seeing. Maybe for your next submission also, try to get into the whole sound design thing a little bit and try to experiment with that. See what you can come up with and how you can integrate little bits and pieces of extra sounds and noises here and there to create a bit of an atmosphere. Maybe that way also you will get away from that dramatic music and focus more on the sound design, and then just use like a more subtle music that is just, you know, completing the whole piece rather than dominating the entire video in a way. Yeah, so that's kind of what we would like to pass on to you as improvements for your next video project, and we're looking forward to, of course, getting your next submission here and being able to see how you go with that sound design and the different music choice. Excellent.
Very well said, Matthias.
Thank you. As always, I do my best.
Now, you mentioned at the beginning already that if you guys want to review one of your videos after the summer break, send us an email to contact@Matthias Lebo.
Yes, that's my name.
Contact@MatthiasLebo.com. Oh my God. Yeah, and then now we're ready for a break.
We are ready for a break. It's been great so far. Thank you so much, guys. We'll have a few weeks break here now, and we'll be back very soon again with the next reviews on the channel and within this series here. If there's any questions, leave them down in the comment section. Also, let us know if you enjoyed today's review by giving us a thumbs up. And until next time, keep capturing all those amazing underwater adventures of yours. Have a great summer break if you're going on one yourself, and we will see you back here on the channel for the next episode of reviewing your underwater films very, very soon. Take care, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye, guys.
Bye.